Hey, hey, hey. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's watching some football and having some fun. I guess we're going to do a video of a few things about this car I love. Hopefully I don't ramble on. This is actually my second take on this one. I did one earlier and it just went on with me, rambling. But anyways, let's get to it. So on the Equinox here. The first thing that I absolutely love about this car, and one of the reasons why we bought this car, color. I believe this is probably one of the most pretty colors. My wife's favorite color is blue. She can have everything blue. It's going to be blue. We have tinted the windows, and I think that was a good improvement on it. Definitely a favorite. Another thing I love about this car, we're going to get into it. Like I said, don't mind the mess. There's that sunroof, the panoramic sunroof. Those things are pretty cool. You gotta love it. Another reason why and that was the number one reason, one of the reasons why I bought it. And the second reason was it does have a tow hitch, a factory tow hitch with 3,500 pounds on it that you can tow behind there, supposedly. Now, I can only imagine not taking it quite also well. All right, it does have the roof racks on top. We don't have any rails on it yet. I've thought about it when we first bought it, but I just haven't done it yet. So we got that. It does have the remote start deal and the keyless entry, so you can leave the key in your pocket, or if you're a woman or man, whatever, purse, backpack, and unlock the car. And I truly dig that. That's pretty nice, pretty convenient compared to the old days of putting the key in the old deal and unlocking it. It does have a power liftgate, which I absolutely love. It both opens and closes from a little button inside the car. A little button right there. And you can also do it from your remote as well. Okay. And I definitely dig that. Those are groceries inside the car, or you're walking up to it when you got a bunch of groceries in the cart and you're fumbling for your keys, or you got them in your hand. You can just kind of hit the button, or you hit the little button in the back. It's a trick. It's money. The radio. So this is going to be something that's going to be on a both love and hate relationship, and it only does it every now and again. But let's see if we can start it up. Damn. Okay, well, we'll turn the volume off, and I guess we'll close the door. So we're not doing anything. So, infotainment system. The infotainment system on this thing, I think, is money, and it's really easy to use. I am not a smart person at all. I like things old school. If this car, I just like old school stuff. Like old radios, I enjoy it. A little USB thing sticking out, plugging your phone into, you have your music, cool. This has it all, and I dig it. It's super easy to use. I can even use it. And we'll start the car for a second. Put in reverse. Another thing I love about this thing, the backup camera is pretty cool. And this is another thing that's a love and hate relationship. We'll get to that one on a different story. All right. Your HVAC system, simple. Blah, blah, blah. That all works, right? Easy going. So it does have the GM factory tow hitch on there. So it does have a tow haul mode. I don't know exactly what that's going to do for the car. It might be like a transmission cooler or something like that inside the car, which is cool. And so which is cool. And like I said, it does have the remote start, so you can keep your key in your pocket. And this is pretty cool. I love the sunroof. The sunroof is just my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Like I said, and it does have, and another thing I don't know if I like, but I'm getting used to it, is, most of the cars, being born in the 80s, driving 80s, 90s, and having a 70s vehicle in their time or two, you're used to your brake, if you got, generally a floor shift, it's usually like right here. Our Subaru has that, and I kind of dig it, and our Jeep. To be honest with you, but it does have an electric parking brake, which I don't know how much of it I actually truly enjoy. Because I feel sometimes like you can almost get confused on your on where you're at, and but you know it is what it is, you know. So and we'll turn on some lights here, I guess. Here, let's turn on some lights. And it does have all LED lights inside this car, which is totally awesome, right? And which is, you know, like this whole car has LED lights. The front headlights are all LED. The fog lights and stuff like that are all LED as well. So I do dig it. It does have a lot of technology, a lot of cool features that you would expect in a new car. And so that's one reason. And another reason I also really like this car too, and a lot of people I think would really like something like this, is its price point. This is a pretty loaded car, minus leather interior. And it was not a bad price. And on top of that, I also added a pretty big warranty to the car as well. It'll take it up to like 125 or 150,000 mile bumper warranty on this thing, which is totally cool. We haven't had to use it yet. Keywords yet on this car. But like I said, this car is it's very affordable. You get a lot of bang for the buck. If you go look at your Toyotas and your Hondas and stuff like that, it's going to be hard to find something like this in the mid-size segment or compact, really. And even if that, I don't know if they even have, like, if you love sunroofs, the panoramic roof, you get that thing open all the way, you got a good, I don't know, 2 feet of sunroof opening. It's totally trick, and I love it. And 3,500 pounds towing. I just don't think it's out there. So Max is out here. I'm out here shooting a video without him. He's going to get all upset. Oops. Going to get yelled at. Say hi.
Hi.
We're doing a video of what we love and hate about this car. Oh, there was another thing I forgot to tell you about. Oh, my Lanta. So, in the back here, it has the 112 or 110 volt battery or plug-in, like you would plug in like a regular house cell phone charger. Money. I love it. And it's got the plug-ins back here, so I don't have cords running throughout the whole car. Oh, my Lanta. I can't believe I forgot about that. See? This is why it's all coming from the heart and being for real here.
And at the very bottom, you can fit a whole block.
Yeah, you can. Like I said, it's got that thing where you can plug in it. Oh, it's trick. I love it. For long road cart or for long trips, and he's got his tablet, he can just plug it in and it charges it. He keeps it nice and charged. So like when you're running off your regular USBs and all that stuff, which this thing has plenty of plugins. Oh my. So, like I said, but no, there's a lot of things about this car we love and we hate. We're going to do the hates later on, but this is a love. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about is I'm thinking about we need to change this name. We need to change the name of the channel. I think we need to find something that's very unique, but also has a form of passion of anything with
SUVs.
No, not
kind of.
Not SUVs, because you know what? We may keep this and we may get rid of it. I don't know yet. But where we can find anything that's just passion for the things that make you the most, things that you're passionate about. Me, I'm very passionate about cars, trucks, motorcycles, dirt bikes, quads, etc. You know, he loves the Xbox and he loves anything electronic. That's what he's passionate about. And it's just what we're passionate about. And in theory, this channel is just to we're trying to have fun, and we're trying to have fun with our passions. And like eventually he'll start, once we get everything set up, and I mean obviously we have to make some sort of money
to get a GoPro.
Well, not even to get a GoPro. What we need to do is we need to get some, start making money so we can start going into more. So like if he's into the Xbox, he can get a little deal with the Xbox and he can game and do that deal. And then like when we go out and ride dirt bikes, we can have where we can do some moto vlogging, stuff like that, or show you guys the whole experience, like, oh, this is what you can do. Now granted, cars is going to be the number one, which is going to help make the money, because it's a tool, and we have to have it to be able to do the stuff that we need to do, right? You got to have a car to go to work, right? Or you can walk. And then when you get stuck in the snow, then you're like, oh, this sucks. But generally, your automobile is your biggest tool that you have to get to work. If you live here and work there and you can't take the bus, well, you're stuck, you got to drive a car. So, and I guess I made the biggest tool one can want to have my passion, which is good and that's bad. The good thing about it is sometimes you're like, hey, I got, it's not working. Let's go get a new car. A bad thing is that it can sometimes cost a lot of money, right? That money, unfortunately my tree out there is dead and I can't go pick it anymore. Just kidding. It's a joke. Haha. So, but like I said, let's change the name out. Let's get some likes. Let's get some subs. Let's have some fun with things. Let's change this name a little bit. Something that's very passionate about, and it's a grabber, not a SUV life. All right, well, you know what? Thinking about it, I was like, after the thought, like I do everything else in life, I'll think about something. Oh, great idea, and then after the thought, I'm like,
no. Because when if you're trying to find us, because you see us on a short, but you forgot to click our YouTube channel, or like you see us on a video but you forgot to subscribe, but you remember the name and you search up SUV Life, a lot of stuff is going to pop up. So you're just going to have to keep scrolling.
Yeah. So you got cool names out there, and we don't have a cool name because I can't think of one. And by the time I do,
I thought of one.
What'd you think of? Why don't you tell me?
Life with Eric and Max with an SUV. Okay.
Good idea. I'm going to give you props on the idea. That's a good idea. I don't necessarily want to use our names in the title because then you're like, oh. So no.
Oh, maybe we can have nicknames.
Anyways, we'll come back to that story on a different day. But anyway, like I said, I went through some of the things that I love about this car. Like I said, it's a great car. Hands down, if you're looking for something that's fairly inexpensive, looking for a lot of options, this is the best one to go with. Longevity, I'm thinking maybe the Toyotas and the Hondas and stuff like that might be somewhat better. I'm going to say it's probably going to be better. But again, you're going to be sacrificing something. And if you're someone who only keeps a car for 2 or 3 years, months, or you keep cars for 10 to 20 years, then you should dictate what you buy. I buy cars a lot. My daily drivers I try to keep for at least 2 to 4 years. Recently, it's been changing quite a bit because as I found out that as needs change, I will just change out a vehicle. So, like I said, before we got the Jeep, we had a 2020 Silverado. One of the main reasons why we bought it was we were thinking about getting an RV, a tow behind RV, and everything else. Well, it just didn't work out that way. Fine, not a big deal. And when my wife's like, hey, I'm kind of done with the Equinox, I said, okay. And that's when we traded in the truck and got her the Jeep. And it was a lot, and and to be honest with you, we still need a truck or something
that
can tow, or that we can load up stuff in and do the things that we do, because we do like to like household stuff, right? Go into the dump. Well, this thing here will be able to handle some stuff. It can't handle a lot, but it can handle some inside the car. And I used this thing the other day to go off to the recycle place. I loved it. I didn't have to strap down anything. First time I've ever gone to the dump without having to strap down anything, and I absolutely loved it. But would we be able to do a big one? No. I got some stuff, real big stuff that needed to go, and I should have, like I said, I should have done that, but I didn't. But that's besides the point. Like I said, these are very good little cars, in my personal opinion. If you plan on keeping a car for 2 to 4 years, I think this would be a good start. If you plan on keeping a car for 10 to 20 years, I would say probably look at your RAV4s and your Honda CR-Vs, stuff like that, to where it has a name. You're also going to pay the name to go with it, So, but it's a good car. You get them fairly inexpensive. They're still fairly loaded up. I think they're probably very very nice looking for its age, or for its style, and you have some versatility as well. Like I said, I can tow 3,500 pounds with this thing supposedly. We're gonna find out for sure. Oh, better believe it. That's probably gonna come up here within the next 2 or 3 weeks, where we go rent a trailer and put. Oh crap! What did I just do? I just did something here. Oh. Anyways, there we go. Hey, look, we got lights. To where we're gonna test that out. I'm gonna test that theory. There's a lot of people out there, like I said, that do this a lot. Oh no. They do this a lot, but I don't think they're testing real world situations. Of, oh yeah, we're gonna go off roading. Well, you're doing that in a climate controlled area. You're doing it where you can do everything. Well, I can't. I don't have that ability really to do that. Oh, we're gonna go tow. Okay, great, go tow. But are you actually towing stuff that you're gonna be towing on a regular basis? If I loaded this thing up with the dirt bikes and the quads and everything else, that's something that people will tow on a regular basis. It may not be 3,500 pounds. It may be 2,000 pounds. But it is what it is. Like I said, we'll be coming at you again. We've got this one on. We're going to do the things that we don't like about it probably tomorrow. Probably tomorrow we'll work on that one. I know my wife needs this, so probably do that. If not, we might introduce the Wrangler 4xe, or we might introduce our Subaru Impreza. One of those two cars might come in next. Like I said, we have them all. Like I said, Jeep Wrangler, off-roader, probably pretty cool off-road. And then we also have the Subaru, which is basically just a little gas car. And we originally bought that for our kids. The one that we wanted to buy it for, she was supposed to start driver's ed here in the next couple weeks, and basically she said no. She decided she didn't want to do it after all. So now it's back to being Dad's daily driver, where I can just have a car where we just drive. So, all right, y'all. Thank you. Peace out. Please hit the like and subscribe button. That's what we're looking for, right? And happy Sunday. You say anything?
Peace.